ಅರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ, ಈಗ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ವರ್ಡ್. ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ವರ್ಡಾ? ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ವರ್ಡ್, ಎಸ್. ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಎ ಡೈವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಇನ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮಾ? ಓಕೆ 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 ಡೈವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಇನ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅದಾಗ ಏನು ಅರ್ನೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮೇಯರ್. ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ಬೇಗ ಬೇಗ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋಣ. ಆಯಿತು, ಬೇಗ ಬೇಗ. ಬಾರ್ನ್ ಆನ್ 5th July 1904 ಇನ್ ಕೆಂಪ್ಟನ್, ಜರ್ಮನ್. ಅರ್ನೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮೇಯರ್, ಓಕೆ, ಇನ್ ಜರ್ಮನ್. ಅರ್ನೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮೇಯರ್ ದ ಅರ್ನೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮೇಯರ್, ಓಕೆ, ದ ಹಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನರಿ biologist who has been called Darwin of 20th century, was one of the 100 greatest scientists of all time. Mayer joined Harvard Faculty of Arts and Science in 1953 and retired 1975. ಬೇಗ ಬರೋದಾರಲ್ಲ ಇರಲಿ. Assuming the Alexander Agaris Professor of Geology Emeritus. ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ. ಓಕೆ 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 ಹಾಂ, ಕಮಾನ್. Alexander Agassiz, Professor of Zoology Emeritus. Throughout his nearly 80 years career, his research spanned ornithology, taxonomy, geography, evolution, systematics, and the history and philosophy of biology. Wow, philosophy of biology. He almost single-handedly made the origin of species diversity the central question of evolutionary biology that it is today. Wow. He also pioneered the currently accepted definition of a biological species. Mayer was awarded the 3 prizes widely regarded as a triple crown of biology. Balzan Prize in 1983, the International Prize for the Biology in 1994, the Crawford Prize in 1999. Mayer died at age 100. Wow, century ಬಾರ್ಸಿಂಗ. in the year 2004. Very good. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್. ವಾ ಬಂದ್ವಿ ನೋಡಪ್ಪ ನಾವು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್, ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ವರ್ಡ್. ದ ಹೌ ವರ್ಡ್ಫುಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್. ಹೌ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ಈ ಸಾರಿ ಹೌ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ವರ್ಡ್. ದ ವೈಲ್ಡ್ ರೇಂಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಮೇಝಿಂಗ್. The extraordinary habitat in which we find living organisms, be it cold mountains, deciduous forest, fresh water lakes, ಓರೋ ನಿಮಿಷ ಹೋಗಿ ಸೈಜ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ. lakes, deserts, hot springs, live as speechless. The beauty of galloping horses, of migrating birds, the valley of flowers, or attacking sharks, oaks away, and a deep sense of wonder. The ecological conflicts and cooperation among members of population and among population of a community, or even the molecular traffic inside a cell, make us deeply reflect on what indeed is life. This question has 2 implicate questions within it. The first is technique 1 and seeks answer when what living is as opposed to the non-living, and second is philosophical one and seeks answer to the purpose of life is As a scientist, we shall not attempt answering the second question. We will try to reflect on what is living. What is living? When we try to define living, we conventionally look for the distinctive characteristics exhibited by living organism: growth, reproduction, ability to sense environment, and mount a suitable response for our mind immediately as unique feature of living organism. One can add a few more features like metabolism, ability to self replicate, that is called reproduction, self organization, organize, interact, and emergency to this list, and emergence to this list. Okay. Let us try to understand each of these. Oh ho. Come on, ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, all living organism grow. Oh my god, ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಬೆಳೆಯಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಲಿವಿಂಗ್. Okay, next, increase in mass and increase in number of individual or twin character of growth. Wow, increase in mass, increasing in number of individual or twin character of growth. A multicellular organism grow by cell division. In plants, this growth by cell division occur continuously throughout their lifespan. In animals, this growth is seen only up to certain age. However, cell division occur in certain tissues to replace lost cells. Unicellular organisms grow by cell division. One can easily observe this in vitro culture by simply counting the number of cells under the microscope. In majority of higher animals and plants, growth and reproduction are mutually exclusive events. In majority of higher animals and plants, growth and reproduction are mutually exclusive event. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಎರಡು ಕೂಡ ಡಿಫೈನಿಂಗ್ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಸರಿ ಬಿಡ, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಒನ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದಟ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಮಾಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್. ಬಾಡಿ ಮಾಸ್. Non-living objects also grow if we take increase in body mass as a criteria for growth. Mountains, boulders, and sand mounds do grow. However, this kind of growth exhibits by non-living object is by accumulation of material on the surface, not inside, on the surface. In living organism, growth is formed inside. Growth, therefore, cannot be taken as the defining property of living organism. Conditions under which we can be observed in all living organisms have to explain, and then we understand that it is a characteristic of living system. A dead organism does not grow. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಇದನ್ನ. ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ under which it can be observed all living organisms have to be explained, and then we understand that it is a characteristics of living system. Okay, living system, and then we understood that it is a characteristics of living organism. A dead body does not grow. Reproduction, likewise, a characteristics of living organism. In multicellular organism, reproduction refers to production of progeny possessing feature more or less similar to those of parents. Invariably and implicitly, we refer to sexual reproduction. Organisms reproduced by also asexual means also. Fungi multiply and spread easily due to millions of asexual spores they produce. In lower organisms like yeast, hydra, we observe budding. In planaria platform, we observe true regeneration. That is, fragmented organism regenerate the lost part of its body and becomes a new organism. The fungi, the filamentous algae, the protonema of mosses, all easily multiply by fragmentation. When it comes to unicellular organisms like bacteria, unicellular algae, or amoeba, reproduction is synonymous to growth. Synonymous to growth. That is, increase in number of a cell. We have already defined growth as equivalent to increase in cell number or mass. Hence, we notice that in single celled organism we cannot very clear about usage of these two terms. Two terms, growth and reproduction. Growth terms, growth and reproduction. Further, there are many organisms which do not reproduce. Mules, sterile worker bees, infertile human couples, etc. Hence, reproduction also cannot be an all inclusive defining characteristics of living organism. Of course, no non-living object is capable no non-living object is capable of reproducing or replicating by itself. Another characteristic of life is metabolism. All living organisms are made of chemicals. These chemicals, small and big, belong to various classes, sizes, classes. Sorry. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. Another characteristics. 1 minute. Another characteristics of life is metabolism. All living organisms are made up of chemicals. These chemicals, small and big, belong to various classes, sizes, functions, etc., are currently being made and changed into some other biomolecules. These conversion are chemically reaction or metabolic reaction. There are thousands of metabolic reactions occurring simultaneously inside all living organisms, be they unicellular or multicellular. All plants, animals, fungi, microbes exhibit metabolism. The sum of total of all the the sum total of all the chemical reactions occurring in our body is metabolism. No non-living object exhibit metabolism. Metabolic reactions can be demonstrated outside the body in cell-free system. Cell-free system ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಮೋನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. and isolated metabolic reactions outside the body of an organism performed in the test tube is neither living nor non-living. Hence, while metabolism is defining future, while metabolism is the defining feature of all living organisms, without exception, isolated metabolic reactions in vitro are not living things, but surely living reactions. Hence, cellular organization of the body is defining future of life forms. Very good. Very, very, very good. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಮೂರಾದ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಮೂರಾದವು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.